I am beating every N64 game, and I mean all of them. The twist is, the next game I play is randomly selected, so I have no clue what's coming next. This is the journey to beating every N64 game. Game number 75, Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr. Released in 1998, this game was developed by Angel Studios and published by Nintendo. Well, here we are, back to the old baseball diamond once again. This time we're back in America with the MLB. I think this game was actually pretty popular back in the day, as it was published by Nintendo themselves. It's one of the few sports titles I did play on the N64. My friends and I had so much fun with this game, but nostalgia can be a brutal thing to recognize, so let's see how it holds up. Immediately, I was greeted with the title screen and Ken Griffey Jr. saying, Call me Junior. Call me Junior. Over and over. Oh man, the things you forget about, then the memories immediately come back. I love this challenge for these games I haven't seen since I was a kid. The first thing I decided to do is check out the Home Run Derby mode because it's usually fun and lets me figure out how batting works. May as well play as Ken Griffey Jr. since the game is about him, right? It's pretty standard batting for the time. Just move the yellow cursor over where the pitch is headed and press A with the right timing to hit the ball. Batting's generally pretty easy, and the Home Run Derby gives you slow pitches down the middle to get a feel for it. Honestly, it serves as a batting tutorial in a way. So the way we handle sports games in this challenge is we have to beat the main championship game of that series, and I'm able to do it in the quickest way possible. This game offers a mode to let you jump directly to the World Series, so that's what I'll be doing to beat this game. Naturally, I decided to play as the Seattle Mariners, as they had Ken Griffey Jr. on their team. I also think they had a ton of great players along with him. I decided to play against the Phillies because screw the Phillies. To my surprise, this was an insane pitching matchup for Game 1. The Mariners had Randy Johnson going up against Curt Schilling for the Phillies. Honestly, I remember Randy Johnson being on the Diamondbacks and Schilling being on the Red Sox. I was up to bat first, and it's the same as the Home Run Derby, except the pitcher's going to make it a bit harder for you to hit the ball. I think I was most surprised seeing Alex Rodriguez batting second in this game. This game's from 1998, but man, I wouldn't have guessed he was playing by this point. For pitching, it's also easy to do. It shows you all the pitches you can throw. Move the joystick to the spot you want to throw it and press the button for the corresponding pitch. Randy Johnson is interesting because I think he's the only pitcher to have a super fastball. All pitchers have a regular fastball, but this one comes in at a crazy 106 miles per hour, which yeah, good luck hitting that. The game was pretty uneventful in the first inning. In the bottom of the second, the Phillies catcher did the unthinkable. He got a home run not just against Randy Johnson, but against me. I'm supposed to be amazing at this game, what the heck? Then in the bottom of the third with the bases loaded, there was an well, we'll just call it an error by the right fielder. Definitely not my fault. It was at this point, being down 4 runs, that I realized I was misremembering the past. It wasn't actually the Phillies in the World Series, it was the Florida Marlins. How silly of me. Well, I guess I went against this statistically worse team. My bad. The first inning was going much better this time. I had 2 people on base with David Segui at bat. He rocked a deep fly to left field, looked like it was a sure home run, but yeah, they kinda robbed it. Dude, so annoying. Now in the third inning with runners on first and second, Russ Davis hits a blazing ground ball that breaks through to right field, but Gary Sheffield's waiting out there and guns it to second to save the inning. Not sure if the runners are loafing around or Sheffield just has a cannon for an arm. Coming into the top of the fourth, still tied up at 0, Dan Wilson gets a huge drive out to right center field for a double. Next at bat, Glenn Allen Hill gets a pop fly in the gap in right field for a single, sending the runner to third base. 2 runners on with no outs, looking good for the Mariners, but then Randy Johnson hits a dud directly to second base with 2 runners out, and then they immediately get the third out at the next at-bat, escaping a horrible situation. Now in the bottom of the fourth, leading off is Bobby Bonilla. Hey, did you know he's still getting paid over $1 million per year by the New York Mets to this day? It's a long story involving Bernie Madoff and the Mets owner at the time, but basically they got scammed and have to pay him through the year 2035. Jumping ahead to the 6th inning now, Bobby Bonilla at bat once again. He hits a drive to right field and I think I saved it? I don't know. It both looked like it went over the fence and didn't. The umpires say it's out though, so what a play. Now in the bottom of the 7th, still tied up at 0. Greg Zahn leading off for the Marlins and blasts it to right center field. Solo home run off the legendary Randy Johnson too. Finally, the tie is broken, putting the Marlins up 1-0. Then in the top of the 8th, with a guy on first, Randy Johnson hits one to center field, making it through the gap. The guy goes all the way from first to home, tying the game up 1-1. We've got a game on our hands, folks. In the top of the 9th, it's do or die for the Mariners, and the man on the cover of the game, Ken Griffey Jr., blasts it way over the fence. Huge home run when it counts, putting the Mariners up 2-1. Then Russ Davis launches it to right field, getting a runner on third. Dan Wilson hits a pop fly in the gap in center field, getting yet another runner in, 3-1 now. And the rally continues even more, with Randy Johnson getting it in the gap in left field. You love to see the pitcher come to play at bat in these games. A lot of times it feels like they don't even try, but not Randy Johnson, baby. The score was 5-1 and the Marlins couldn't have asked for a worse 9th inning. They needed to come up big in the bottom of the 9th to have a chance, and well, 3 quick outs put them out of it. The Mariners win game 1, 5-1. What a first game of this series, folks. What a game. Coming into game 2 now, I'll talk a little bit about the video game itself. The graphics are pretty solid. Sure, they're nowhere near all-star baseball level, but I think they hold up pretty well as an N64 game. The frame rate's good as well. The controls while fielding are very smooth, although some of the specific buttons to do things like manage base runners can get complex. During a game, you'll hear a lot of different things. An announcer tells you who's up to bat at each time someone new comes up, and it plays a short tune for each one. Then there's another announcer who just says things like strike, out, ball, safe, you know, things like that. There's no music while you're playing, but you do hear the crowd quite a bit. There was one person in the crowd who really stood out to me though. There was this guy who kept asking for a hot dog. Like he did it many times throughout this entire World Series. The food service at this stadium is honestly atrocious. These games can last hours, and he can't get someone to bring him a hot dog? I would not be giving them my money anymore after this. But yeah, that covers most of it. I won game 2 9-1, then won game 3 7-0. And finally, Game 4 was won by me 12-6, giving the Seattle Mariners the World Series sweep. It shows a cutscene with the entire team all like dancing and stuff on the field. It's honestly kind of a wild cutscene. There's one dude just falls directly on his back, and then the credits play. Game complete. So yeah, there you have it. My journey to beating Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr. This one was kind of fun. It has the realism factor of a baseball simulator, but it honestly plays more like an arcade style game. I think nostalgia is affecting my perception of the game a lot, but I feel it holds up pretty well for a sports title, honestly. The voice lines are high quality, the graphics are about average, and it feels smooth to play. Definitely still a sports title though. It would be much more fun playing with a friend rather than the computer over and over. I gave it a 6 out of 10 for enjoyability and a 2 out of 10 for difficulty. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Have a sneak peek at the next game. 316 on the list? Could be anything. I guess we'll find out. 3, 2, 1, go! 229? Oh no. Oh no, dude. Oh no. This is scary. This is like Tetris, but I don't even know the rules. Alright, we're playing Puyo Puyo in Party. It has been decided. But yeah, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. It helps the channel a lot. And if you like this series, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one.